Hey, everybody. I want to share a story with you that just illustrates the absolute power of YouTube and how great it is to have such a digital archive of everything we've ever done and all that we'll do in the future. I had a video about a disc camera that I told here when this channel first started, and I hashtagged it Ritz Camera because I, in the 1980s, very early 1980s, worked at Ritz Camera in Falls Church, Virginia, and someone was online just searching YouTube, hashtag Ritz Camera, came across my video and realized, hey, wait a minute, I worked with you. And he reached out, and my old boy John, my old coworker John, reached out, remembers the disc camera story, and we made a connection we haven't had in over 40 years. A nice talking to you, Johnny boy. Good to hear from you. And he said, tell the out of focus story. Get on your YouTube channel and tell the out of focus story. I said, the out of focus story. He goes, yeah, you sold the camera, and then you dropped the film before you sold it to the woman and joked around about it being out of focus, and she went off and came back. And when she came back, her prints were all out of focus and she blamed you. I'm like, oh my God. So I just sold, I think a Minolta X700, I think. Got the whole, lens, I think a zoom lens, the body, a camera bag, the whole kit and caboodle, and some film. And I remember dropping the film, and I joked because I heard my old boss, Tim Taylor, all the time would joke around and say, oh, well, I guess that'll be out of focus. Only for her to come back and her prints were out of focus. And while I walked her through the entirety of how to operate the camera, I don't think I told her that you've got to literally focus the lens to make sure that this was in pre-autofocus days. By the way, everybody, there was a day that you couldn't have a lens that autofocused and you had to do it yourself, believe it or not. And she was so angry. There weren't many Karens back in the 1980s other than women named Karen, but this was as close to a Karen you were going to get in the 1980s. She was pissed. She wanted a refund. She didn't want the camera anymore. And I thought, oh my God, well, my manager straightened her out, told her that that's just a joke that people who work in film photography make, that if you drop the film, it's out of focus. And we walked her through her camera and showed her where she needed to focus. And she came back with another roll of film and it was perfectly focused and she was happy as she could be. And I just thought, wow, I completely forgot about that story. So thanks, John. Great to hear from you again. And it's just the power of this incredible YouTube channel and the power of the digital archive that we all have access to. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.